Ooh, hello. Ah, I haven't done a straight up live video without my iPad assistance as a crutch, so here I am. I'm running out of time tonight, so I figure I'll just do something quick here. And sitting with the emotions right now, the pressure of the video on. As always, this is emotional strength training. And it's kind of wild how it's different when I don't have my iPad to help me blah, anchor. And I'm just sitting here. Is this even on? Yeah, I think so. Maybe this is better. Ooh, okay, my brain is all over the place, and that's the whole point, is to activate the tough feelings and simply sit with it. So I went to improv tonight, and I came out of it feeling not so great. I feel like it wasn't my best. But mostly I didn't get like the subtle social cues that I was looking for. And even now my brain is just have five different layers going on. And I remind myself that this is the whole point, is to feel the emotions. I have these reframes, the game frames. One of the frames is that this is a human moment. So when I was driving back and I was feeling this like ick, it's like, I could have done better. It's not quite that words, but and then I zoom out and just like, yes, this is the point. Eat it. The terrible, you know, terrible. Blah. This is great. Terrible, 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 terrible. Come on, more terrible. Lean into it. Terribilism states that there's only so much terrible in our life, and once we use it all up, it's gone. So I'm just here eating as much terrible as I possibly can. And if I didn't feel terrible, I wouldn't be doing that part of the emotional work. And there's nothing to do with the feeling except to simply feel it. Okay, so here I am. In this moment, I've turned on the live video. The pressure's on. What do I do? So, I remind myself the one thing that I have always, and that is my breath. So from that point, I am looking to build a single stack of skill, just one, from breath to speed to posture to letting go of emotional effort and allowing emotional, not the right word, allowing effortless emergence. So basically improv into the moment. There's so many things I want to say, and in this one moment, with the pressure, without my iPad, I gotta remember to do this version more. Because right now I don't have any crutch, I don't have any. I'm just here with my feelings, doing an emotional strength training rep. There's so many things I wanted to talk about, and it's gone. And that's the whole point too. Oh, another wave. Another wave. Another wave. Oh, okay. Here's one thing. Right? Emotional somatics. How can I remember this, right? When I'm feeling the really challenging emotions, I often just sit there, like freeze, right? But the thing is, the emotions are in my body, right? They're sensations. So emotional somatics simply means move it, right? So wherever I feel it in my body, tap. Tapping feels great. Face, right? So it gives me something to do. It shifts me out of freeze. Okay, so I'm starting to build a framework even while I'm within the activation. So, breath, speed, slow down my speed, posture, let go of emotional effort into effortless action if I'm doing any action. Right now I'm on live video, so it's more of a cognitive, verbal, and improvisational action. So it's a little different. So in that case, actually it's not different. Effortless action would just be effortless emergence, improvisation. Um, so I'm learning improvisation in a siloed way, in like a scene format. And the question is, how do I apply it to day to day? I've done that with friends, hanging out after contact jam, just hanging out and just making stories up. And my friend was saying like, "Hey, what's in that bottle?" And I was like, "Terrible things, awful, like all the evils in the universe," and I just bottled it. It's like reverse of Pandora's box. And that was just made up on the spot. So that's an example of having fun and being spontaneous about it. But again, back to here. Emotional somatics. So I often forget to do something because I go into freeze. Okay. This is good. It's good exercise. Okay. So here's the practice of the stack, right? When I'm in this pressure, I can't think, there's nothing. Remember, remember the one thing I always have until the last breath, right? And then everything doesn't matter anymore. But breath, speed, posture, let go of emotional effort into effortless action. And I guess the effortless action could be the emotional somatics. Okay, so from emotional somatics, what do I want to do? I can go into shadow therapy, shadow puppet theater. There we go. That's the name. Well, that's fun. Who are you? Me? I'm anxiety. Can you feel that? Yep, that's me. I farted. Oh man, why does it feel like gravity? Yeah, I fart with gravity, and it freezes everything. Oh man, that's thick. Yep, yep, it sure is. So, therapy. Shadow puppet theater. Just giving my emotions a voice. And it's improv. And it's a voice. And it's improv. And it's therapy. Um, yeah, I like that. Okay. Slow down. Thank you, coach. All right, so now I have my internal coach voice that often just tells me to slow down. I'm swimming in the moment, and it's really nice to have an ever-present coach inside me. Sometimes I forget, and then I do practices like this to bring that voice back and remind myself, right? So every day I'm practicing, every single moment I'm practicing. So I'm building these games, like if I'm finished with one action and I'm walking to the bathroom to use the bathroom, there is a transportation game. Every step, if I just pause just a little more, there can be this rhythm. So like a little micro transportation game for any time I'm moving in between games. And then each individual moment, each individual action is in itself a different little micro game. But then there is the meta structure of an action game. And my brain is giving me freeze signals right now. And I'm just going to state it out loud. More freeze signal. Okay, emotional somatics. My brain's saying this would look really silly if I'm doing it in public. Is this not public? Whew. Well, then I will be the demonstration of what I am talking about, what I teach. All right, emotional somatics, tapping, um, sound purges. There's a cow, but it's funny faces, ugly faces. Massage, emotional somatics. Uh, what is it called? I call it a fear purge. But I wonder what the rest of the world calls it. But it doesn't matter. These are my terms. Right. Do a fear purge. Just feel into it. It's kind of breaking up the freeze cycle. That's what it's doing. Okay. So in the past, I've simply stayed in the freeze. And that's like improv. You're just like freezing up. So the goal is to trust the emergence. And I can see this theme my entire life. It is freeze. That's the response. That is the response. That is what I've been moving. That's what's been trapping me. And I imagine it traps a lot of people. Right? It's a basic emotional trauma response. It's a basic emotional response. So in freeze, in my brain, it takes all my thoughts away. In freeze, my body gets locked and I don't feel like moving, and my entire being kind of just fades away. That's what it feels like. Ooh. Freeze. Okay. Trauma response. Fight, flight, freeze, submit, fawn, connect being the very first one that I never think about. So I'm reaching for, instead of fighting, to connect. And is there one more? To allow. That's the other one. Okay, so these are the trauma responses. So I get stuck in freeze. Okay. Somatically, trauma response being, so there's somatics, and which somatics am I stuck in? Freeze. This is good. I haven't linked this one. The part of my being is saying, oh, that makes me unprofessional. Cool. Thanks for stating that. Moving on. I'm allowing. Okay. My fears. Here's what I am. I'm speaking to myself. I am exactly where I am, right here, right now. No more, no less. I am right here, this one moment. Yes, I want to act better. I want to be magnanimous. La 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 la. And this is the truth, though. Talking to myself here, talking to all the versions of me in here, talking to myself. Come on, me. Yes, okay, we're all here. I represent all of them. Okay. Loves, I know you want me to do better. Yeah, do way better. Do perfect every single moment of your existence. You? Ah! Well, here's the truth. This is it. This is all I got. It's terrible. Yeah, it is. I'm a little disappointed in myself too, huh? Yeah. Well, this is all I got. This is the best I got in this moment. Do better. Okay. Got any suggestions? Tap dance. No. Any other suggestions? Do an improv show. What do you think I'm doing? Freeze. I'm in freeze. Okay. So, anyways, um, great. What I'm building, what I'm incorporating, integrating right now in this moment is the trauma responses, which the first one technically is in the trauma response that I'm adding on there, is connect, then fight, flight, freeze, submit, fawn, or simply allow, which I kind of just ignore, you know. Um, right. And I'm often stuck in freeze. That is the biggest aha. Like, again, I'm embarrassed to not have made that connection before. And that sounds like perfectionism. I'm making progress, and then my being is like, that's too simple. It's embarrassing to have not made that connection. Hi, me. It sounds self-abusive, doesn't it? It's not, but it's, because calling it that makes it that. But it's just, is it not? Is it self-abusive to be embarrassed by having not made a connection that simple? I'm just sticking with the ick feeling of that. And another voice that says, I don't need to answer that question. Here's what I do with it. You simply let it be. You let the feeling be. And then you shift your attention to just keep walking. I'm not ignoring it. I've acknowledged it. I'm not feeding it. The feeling is real and it's there and it's embarrassed. Cool. I've told it. I've told people what you're saying. Anything else? I love you. 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 That little feeling of mine, the one that's embarrassed. I love you. I'm sorry. I was never modeled how to love. I love you. They didn't know how to either. They didn't know either. I love you. I love you. Okay, so emotional somatics. One layer above that is trauma response, which is the whole shebang. That's the whole work, right? So, again, this moment, just like, oh, this looks great. I'm just, and I'm hugging the part of me that's just embarrassed. It's like, it's so simple. Why don't I do it? Because I'm embarrassed to do this. Why? Again, once I do it, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know where this got anchored in, but it doesn't matter. Where doesn't matter. It exists. That's all that matters. I love you. 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 I don't know if this is the first time, but this could be the very first time in my whole life I'm hugging myself like this. Again, more embarrassment. Like, but it's also showing the depth of emotional neglect that I've been living with my entire existence. I don't get hugs. I don't get touches. I don't even get verbal affirmations. And it's not to say that to dishonor my parents, and they don't know how to do it either. And so it just keeps getting passed down the generation until it gets to me. I think of it like stopping trains. There's a lot of momentum, and they stopped as many of those trauma trains as they could. They simply don't have the positive ones. And a lot of negative ones too. But anyways, again, the power is here in me. I am source. I only talk about the past to acknowledge what's inside me. So whenever I feel this really terribleness, I will forget everything. That's simply the nature of the trauma response. So here is the stack. I'm going to remind myself, remember what you always have. This is my coach telling me, right? Remember. And I'll take a breath. And I'll give myself a lot of hugs, but that's jumping the steps. Right? Breath, speed, posture, letting go of emotional effort. And then I go to emotional somatics. It's like just move it around. Just move it around, you know? And that breaks me out of freeze, which will remind me that I'm in a trauma response. And really, in the trauma response, what I've been lacking my entire life. Give me 1 second. What I've been lacking my entire life is just that feeling of a deep hug and a deep emotional love for that part. And I'm here now. I can give myself that. What does it mean for self-love? This is the literal meaning of self-love. Like seeing my partner parent her now 6-year-old. And I just simulate that. Just like, come here, sweetie. Oh, hugs? Yeah. Baby, yeah. I'll give you a hug. Oh, fuck. In a container last Friday, I did this kind of parts work for the first time on myself in a Zoom container called Kintsugi. Oops. 1 second. Alright, well, that's midnight, and I gotta get to bed. To summarize, when I'm feeling really ick and stuck, remember my breath. Remember my speed, my posture. Let go of emotional effort into effortless action. And effortless action is just to move it around. Emotional somatics. And that will remind me that, oh, I'm in a freeze response. And I can just, if I'm not driving, I can give myself a giant squeezing hug. And just give that part of me just like, and just repeat, I love you, I love you, I love you. I feel how corny that feels. I just lean into it, just like, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, sweetie. Me. I love you, sweetie. I love you. I love you. I'm here now. Sorry, no one was there for you. There was no one there for me. It's not their fault. This was the container I was born in. This is how I built my emotional strength. But I'm here now. I'm here now, and I love you. 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 All my parts. I love you all. Mm, 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 mm. All right. That's my time. I love you all. And talk to you after my Spokane trip, probably. So, or maybe I'll talk to you during. Maybe I'll do a live stream during the drive over. So, anyways, who knows? I'd make no promises. This game is for me. I do what I want whenever I want to. I'm not gonna box myself in because what's the point? I'm the main character in my own game, you know. But I just do this as continuous emotional strength training. And that's it. Alright. Till next time. Love you all. Bye.